What percent of the company do you own? Are you allowed to talk about that? Like how? Because I'm sure people want to know, like, how does investing work? How do companies come
Yeah,
in? What percent do they buy? You
great
know, like
question.
that's something not many people get. You always wonder,
Yeah,
like, what percent of phase does banks own? Because, like, in my head, I think fucking 2%. You
well,
know, like,
yeah.
yeah, it
Mhm.
gets to the point where it's like,
No, I know. Yeah, so like that was like kind of all new to me too, obviously, because like I own the whole thing, right? And I did give away some of it when we had our co-owner's dad come in and invest, so he owns a little bit of it. But then when it just depends on like you got to make sure. I have a lot of friends in like in like the org team space, like they have yet to get that huge investment, and they've asked me like, how much do I give away, or like or like what do I do? And I'm like, dude, like you got to do what's like. First of all, what I learned is that you cannot hold on to everything. And I had all my older, like my mom's friends, and like grandpa, dad, everyone telling me that like you can't hold on to everything. Like as much as you want to own everything and do it all, you can't, because you need help. Like 100%. At the end of the day, like you want to be the one who owns it. You want to do this, you want to do that. But like if you have a strong enough brand and you're willing and you're giving up a good chunk of it, like how we did, like, and you're getting a good return, and like obviously like I'm on salary, like everyone's on salary on the team, like it's really killing it right now. But like if you're not willing to take that like little risk at first, but hey, look, like I gotta trust these people, then you're never really gonna make it. Like you're just gonna sit there and like with your hands tied, because businesses don't work off of just random money just coming to you randomly. And so but what's good about like investors, it's like what I tell people like in the esports space is like anyone could come in with money. I was telling you this before the podcast. Anyone could just come in with money and could have invested $1 million into extra and say, here you go, Manny. Here you go, Sly. Do what you want, sign this player, sign that player, right? But like they wouldn't have provided you what we're being provided, right? Like I plug Sub Nation again, but it's because like I felt so right with making that decision for them to come in as owners and as basically our whole back team, because they have experienced this in the past. Like our COO of Some Nation was a part owner of Team Liquid, like back in the early 2000s. Like we have people here that like know what the hell they're doing. And so when it comes to investors, number one, you got to make sure that people are the right people. Like there's so many people that are like in business that are just have their hands dirty. They're trying to do some shady shit. And I've seen it. Like, trust me, Sub Nation wasn't the only person that tried to invest into us. There's multiple people, and I weeded them out because they just weren't what we were looking for. But it all comes down to really like, what do you think your worth is, and are the people that you're willing to have invest into you, are they worth it? Because if they're not worth it, then why would you let someone kind of control what you're doing, right? But the good thing about us is that Some Nation like really loves what we're doing. They love the extra brand, and they give me full control of whatever we're doing. And that's the best part about it. It's like you got to find the people that mesh well together. Like, I say this comparison. I don't really know the owner of Envy's name too much, but
microfile.
I don't know who it was. But when Envy first got bought in by, like, he kind of like turned into like a CEO or whoever that was. I forgot the names, but he turned into a CEO and kind of like lost sight of like the original fan base and like the community that he had, because he turned all business. And that's what Sub Nation doesn't want to happen to me. They want me to come in here, run the team, own the team, manage it, and they do all the back end work and kind of still have me be the face along with our players.